Hello, hello. Welcome back to Yoga with Paige. Today we have a really fun hip opening and back bending class. It does have some intense postures and we move around a ton. So make sure you have ample space before you, after you, on all sides. We fly off the mat a little bit. We get a little funky. Beginners are welcome to come and play around, but please listen to your body and modify as you see fit. We can always skip any pose altogether, but I invite you to challenge yourself and your limits. Maybe push yourself a little bit and see where you can go. I had fun making this class, and I hope that you enjoy these transitions and some new poses together as well. Let's get to it. We start today in deep squat. We get going right away. So like I said, we'll be staying here for a few breaths. So make sure to find your position where you can open up. And maybe we want to make this a little bit more dynamic, lifting the hips and squatting down. Finding some mobility in the ankles and hips. Maybe taking a side bend, lifting one arm, opening up, lifting the heart center, and release, switching sides. Still sending the pelvis down into the mat. One more big breath, and then make this transition as seamless as you can. Sit back on the bum and lift the heart, wrapping your arms around the knees, lifting the chest, cosmic egg. I love this pose name. Firing up the core, finding your balance. Breathe. On your next exhale, release the arms, planting them behind the bum, plant the feet, reverse tabletop, squeeze, send the hips up, opening through the shoulders. Using your breath still, send the hips up a little bit higher if you can. And exhale, release, plant the bum, keep the feet planted. Try to take the elbows inside of the knee, and then take the hands and reach them back for the thighs. We're kind of opening up through the back here, kind of rounding through the back. So you're pressing your arms against the legs. Broken wing. Beautiful. We can make this a nice round spine to open up the back. Or inhale. Maybe press against the knees with the elbows. Make this a more fluid little flow. This is a little bit more intense. So find your happy spot and don't force anything that doesn't feel good. About 2 more breaths here. Then inhale, release, lift the chest, scoot back through staff pose, and come lying on back. Inhale, the left knee into the chest. And exhale, rolling onto this right leg, planting the elbow, reaching for the ankle, opening up through the quadricep, grounding down through this right leg. And then extending the leg long, reaching for the big toe, pulling the leg in towards the chest. Then keeping this leg in the air, rolling on to the back. And exhale, open it to the left. One more breath. Inhale, lift it up towards the ceiling. And exhale, let it fall about 90 degrees over the foot, planting, or over this right leg, planting the foot. And inhale, plant the feet, lift the chest. Exhale, coming back onto the knees, tabletop. We can move back onto the mat. And extend the left leg. Find the bum, side straddle, reach for the foot, raise the chest high. 2 breaths here. And exhale, reach for the foot, squaring the hips, folding over the left leg. Inhale, lift the chest, coming back through our tabletop here, through downward facing dog, readjust on the mat. Then plant the right leg, inhale, lift the leg, left to left leg behind you. Bend the knee, pigeon pose, but keep the toes tucked. 1 breath. Exhale, 3-legged dog. Back through pigeon, only 1 breath. And exhale, 3-legged dog, round down through the hands. This time, bend the knee. Come on to the outer edge of this right foot. Tap the left foot behind you. Take a slight little back bend here. 1 breath. And exhale. Come to lie on the belly through plank pose. Extend the left arm and rock onto the left leg, opening up through the shoulder, finding a gentle little twist to counteract that back bend. Exhale, roll back onto the belly and roll gently onto the back to begin again. Inhale the right knee into the chest. Beautiful. Exhale, roll onto the left leg. Come up onto the left elbow, reaching the heel back into the hips. Then extend the leg long, opening through the groins, finding your stabilization, grounding down through that left foot. 1 more breath. And roll onto the back. Hold here. Exhale, open to the right. Beautiful. Lift it back up through center. Then let it go. Cross it over and come onto the hands. Wide upward facing dog. And exhale, drop the knees, coming through tabletop pose. Extending the right leg, coming onto the ball of the foot. Then plant the bum, side straddle, right leg is extended. Reach for that foot. Take 2 big breaths. Use your full body to expand through the rib cage. And exhale, reach for the right foot, squaring the hips first. Then lifting up, coming back onto the hands through our downward facing dog. Raising the right leg high, bending the knee, 1 breath pigeon. Exhale, send it back using your core. Pigeon pose. Getting ready for our back bend. Send that leg up and then drop it behind. Finding what feels good here. And exhale. Coming back onto the belly, lower down. Sending the right arm out and coming onto the left leg. Shoulder stretch. Exhale onto the belly and back onto the back. Tuck the knees into the chest. Find a little rock that feels good to you here, maybe little hip circles. Or maybe we rock from side to side, a little lower back massage. And then whenever you're ready, we can gently take the hands behind the thighs and rock up into both hand big toe pose, extending the legs long, reaching for the toes. Exhale, use your breath to open the legs slowly. Use your balance. Find your focus point, lifting the chest through the legs, pulling the legs towards you. One more breath. And then exhale, bend this left leg, drop it down. Cradle the right shin into the chest. We're here for a few breaths. Really use this time to open up through the hip. We're preparing for compass pose. Maybe find a little rockety rock, making this way more dynamic, hitting all of those different little muscles. Giving ourselves a chance to kind of catch our breath here. It got up there. Beautiful. One more big breath. Then take the left hand to reach for the toes. I was going to say the fingers. Find the right hand with the foot and exhale, straighten the leg. Reaching over, pulling the foot towards the head. Breathing. And exhale, bend the knee, stacking the shin on top of the left. Finding our fire log pose and folding over, reaching the fingertips out long. Finding a nice long spine. This should feel great. Still grounding down through the sit bones. One more big breath. Then we're going to walk the fingertips back. Come back onto the bum and find your both hand to big toe pose. Send the legs up. Find your balance. And we repeat again. Beautiful. And if we fall out, that's totally fun and playful and creative as well. We can see if we can rock back up. One more breath. Then drop the right leg down, cradle the left in. Give the other side some love. Feeling nice and open. Nice and open here after this little full body experience. The forward and the backward bending. Nice little balance here. Prepare for your compass pose. Reach for the right toe, plant the left fingertips. Exhale, straighten the leg. Open. Breathe. Coming out whenever you need to. Releasing into your fire log pose. Extending the arms out. Being with the breath. Finding one more. And then reaching back up. Going to extend the legs, going into tortoise pose. So meeting yourself wherever you're at. Reaching the arms underneath the legs. And then gently extending the legs long as we try to reach the chest down towards the mat. knowing that you definitely will become deeper as you use your breath and relax. We're going to kind of stay here for a while. If this is too intense, we can always come into child pose or anything else that our body may be calling for. Trying to practice poses that I tend to resist because I know I'm not very far in them or they feel kind of unnatural to me. So spending a few minutes here getting outside of my comfort zone. And whenever you feel that you need to come out, we can gently do so and roll onto the back. For happy baby, maybe a reclined bound angle, or maybe we just want to take a little twist and relax in shavasana. That's where we're going next. Finding a little play of your own, using that creative spark that I'm sure we ignited. Coming into a twist. Wringing out the spine. Beginning to relax the body. Breathing nice and easy. When you're ready, you can gently roll onto the back and take the other side of the variation of twist you have chosen. Wherever you can let go. And surrender to the breath. Then rolling back onto the back, coming into a nice corpse pose, tucking the shoulder blades underneath, palms facing up, arms by the sides, feet pointing out, sides, the corners of the mat. Closing the eyes, letting everything melt downwards, relaxing the fingers, the forehead, the jaw. Finding anywhere we're holding tension, maybe in the hips or the back. Let it go. Let the mat hold you here. And find stillness. Resist any urge to fidget. And when you're ready, you can gently begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Slowly begin waking up the body, coming back into the room. And we can take one final breath together. Thank you so much for joining me, sharing your time and energy on the mat. And I hope you enjoyed this fun class.